Good day, Suidlanders, and welcome to Suidlanders' Letter from Russia. This one is going to be entitled After Victory Day Parade. As I described in the previous video, we were a bit disappointed by internet being cut off, the flights of planes that normally participate in the Victory Day not participating for safety reasons, and those that did participate using completely different flight paths to what they have used for 80 years now. And so we scarcely got to see them, although we did see them very close up to the flat, the balcony of the flat that we watched, where we gathered for the event. We ended up, as I say, watching perhaps 3/4, I don't know, on the television after the government had switched on the internet again, after switching it off for safety reasons or security reasons, following Volodymyr Zelensky's threat to disrupt Russia's 9th of May Victory Day parade. We then went home for a little bit. I to my hotel, my guest to his house. He picked me up a couple of hours later, and we went to a location quite near to the Kremlin.
I don't know what we're going to see now, but it might be worth seeing. There's Dmitry in front of me. Oh, that's nice. Dmitry, is that Pushkin?
Yes.
Okay. He died in a duel, huh?
Indeed.
Oh, I'm sorry about the camera work, everybody. It's the famous statue of the famous Alexander Pushkin.
Our most dearest friends.
Look at all of these flags. This is, the city is covered in this. It's really, really nice to see. You know, it's propaganda. Any fool can tell that it's propaganda. But it is a propaganda into which has a legitimate background. I mean, what they call the Great Patriotic War did occur, and the people buy into it. The people, everybody is
What do you want?
excited by today. You see these people holding these portraits. Those are of fallen soldiers, what the Russians call the Immortal Regiment. And I was very hesitant about filming them, but my host's senior in the department was very dismissive. He said, "What are you talking about? Film. We'll deal with them." You can't see too many. I tried to do it as discreetly, unobtrusively and politely as possible. But there you go. You see those two ladies over there holding photographs of the Immortal Regiment. Okay, everybody, it's the 9th of May, and it's Victory Day, and I've been taken for a walk by our host and his, senior guy. And we're standing in front of the Bolshoi Theatre, and I'm a rubbish cameraman. But I have to tell you, it is quite marvelous. What I find most astonishing, and I keep on saying it to our host, is how, relatively speaking, how little material there is on the internet of this exceptional spectacle. You know, everything that is Moscow, everything that is Russian. I did 4 months of research, hundreds of hours prior to doing this trip, and I think I'm qualified to tell you that you can find 88 videos on every side street of San Francisco. At least 88 on every single street. I couldn't find this stuff on YouTube when I was searching. I mean, there is some good material, but that's the man that we came to meet, Yevgeny. Dmitry is on the other side, Yevgeny is on this side. For miles and miles and miles, this town can only be described as spectacular. For miles. My taxi driver got lost last night, and for 35 minutes he drove in the wrong direction. And he thought, I was some sort of foreign dignitary. So he just made up his mind that he should take me to the best hotel in Moscow, just completely off his own bat. Although he was given an address, he was firmly convinced that the right thing to do was to ensure that I got checked into the Ramada. And I have never in my life seen, I'm talking about for 70 minutes, going in the wrong direction and then having to come back to come back to the starting point. So much exceptional development.
You couldn't get to the Kremlin or to Red Square or to the, I'll try to pronounce this correctly, Alexandrovsky Garden. Anywhere near there were police with megaphones saying, if that's where you're headed, turn around and go back, you're wasting your time. But we were as reasonably close as one could be. We were just across the river from the Kremlin, and we wandered about there, and we sat and had coffee and chatted. And I'll tell you what, I can't remember enjoying myself in a group of people like that since forever, whether it be at a show or a big church event, or, as I say, I can't remember anything that compares to it. It was something very special. Just to be among so many people experiencing an elevation of mood, experiencing some, I don't know what you call these things, dopamine, all these different psychiatric words, elevated spirit, thousands and thousands and thousands of people, all exuding some sort of patriotism, some sort of nationalism, some sort of common passion and common joy. And this was long after the proceedings, and not even in the heart of the place. As I've described, you weren't allowed to go to those places afterwards, but there were people there, obviously all the VIPs and those members of the public who had been allowed to be nearby. It's just that the latecomers, ordinary laymen or civilians couldn't later on just pop in. So there were all of those people who were doing their thing, and we were cut off from them, but just we people on the streets. Oh, something marvelous to witness. I took a couple of videos. We weren't in the best part of the Moscow subway, just in case you wonder about that, why it's not as beautiful as it's made out to be. Not every station is like that classic main station whose name, quite honestly, I don't know. And Arnold will make use of the videos how he sees best fit. You'll see that there's one video in which a guy on a motorbike is playing a song called Katyusha.
You tell me, is patriotism beautiful or not? The building in the background is the Lubyanka, the prison, the headquarters of the KGB, the Cheka, the NKVD.
Now, I should tell you that what that song is, it's basically about a woman who is a maiden who is walking along a riverbank, and her story is that her boyfriend is away. He is defending the motherland, and she is at home. She's at the riverside, and she says how, as he fights for the motherland, so she fights for their love. Let he not worry about their love, and she'll not worry about the fighting on the front. She will keep their love alive in her heart as he keeps the motherland alive. And that is apparently one of the great Russian martial songs, so songs for war. And I tell you what, walking down those streets, every time you came around a corner, there would be a motorbike blaring that song, or an old Soviet car, these terribly built cars. That's supposedly how they were, um, painted jet black, and with, I don't know, 300,000 rand. I have no idea about these things. Sound system in it, playing the song as if you were standing. The clarity of the notes, unbelievable. I got fooled on a number of occasions where I thought, oh, sure, but there must be a stage around here. There's somebody singing, but it was CD, DVD, whatever you call these things, playing in the motor car. Unbelievable. Katyusha. And hopefully Arnold will find a good example of Katyusha to incorporate into this video. It was quite an extraordinary experience, I must tell you. All right then. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Песенка девичья, ты лети за ясным солнцем вслед. И бойцу на дальнем пограничье от Катюши передай привет. И бойцу на дальнем пограничье от Катюши передай привет. Пусть он вспомнит девушку простую, пусть услышит, как она поет. Пусть он землю бережет родную, а любовь Катюша сбережет.